Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins, joined today by Grant Thomson, and we're out here in nature, people. It is beautiful. Go out and enjoy some nature. It is really wonderful. And we're here out in nature to talk about the 2026 NBA Finals. This is the preview, predictions, and breakdown episode. We did hockey yesterday. And today is game one of the NBA Finals. So we're going to break down the whole series, how these teams got here, what they're looking like, how they're going to match up. That's going to be fun. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, representing the Eastern Conference, the New York Knicks. They got here. They took down the Hawks in 6. And they swept the Sixers and the Cavs. They've won 11 consecutive games. They're feeling absolutely great about themselves. There's a bug on me. They feel incredible about themselves. And they're here in the finals for the first time since 1999. That was before either of us were born. So they're doing pretty well right now. They have a lot of great players. They got Jalen Brunson, who's their star player, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Shemet. I got Shemet.
Mitchell Robinson.
He is going to be playing tonight.
I believe he'll be playing tonight.
He broke his pinky. And
they got
McBride. They got a lot of good players. It's not like the biggest rotation. Their starting
five is one of the best.
Their starters play heavy minutes, but their starting five is up there in terms of the best starting fives in the league, in the association. So expect to see big minutes and big production from those 5 guys. Look. The New York Knicks. What's your biggest takeaway from the New York Knicks?
Their defense. They got so many guys who could guard. And the thing about the Spurs is they have so many different shot creators on their team. They have so many guards who could just take it to the rim. And the Knicks match up so well against that because they have so many wings who could just play defense. And so I think that's something to look out for these playoffs or these finals.
I think for me, when I think of the New York Knicks, I think of Jalen Brunson. The guy is a dog. He's basically been doubted his whole career, kind of looked upon as the underdog. Well, he proved all those doubters wrong by taking the Knicks to the NBA Finals for the first time since '99. He is their best player. He has that dog in him. And let me say something. He's that guy. Jalen Brunson is that guy. Okay?
We'll never know the criteria for Knicks. That guy.
We came up with it. You gotta be overall very talented. You have to be clutch. You have to have a good mentality, a great mentality. And I think Jalen Brunson checks all the boxes. Do you agree?
I believe Jalen Brunson is that guy.
Yeah.
But I also believe that SGA is that guy as well.
Well, I mean, there's still time for him to prove that. But as for right now, he's not. So look, the Knicks are a very good team. What do you think their biggest advantage is against the San Antonio Spurs?
Switchability. Like I said, they probably have the most depth on the wing out of any team in the NBA. It's the Spurs, they run a lot of pick and roll to try and get Wemby in mismatches. It's gonna be tough to do against the Knicks. And so what the Spurs gotta do is they gotta attack talent in all the pick and roll. They gotta try and get them involved and just hunt for mismatches and let Wemby get one-on-one matchups. Because in a step possession, it's gonna be tough for the Spurs. I think that's the main thing to look out for.
So there you go. That's how the Knicks can do what they want to do. And one thing I will say about the Knicks is, I keep bringing it up, but when I'm a 49ers fan, and plenty of times the 49ers have not been the best team, not the most talented team per se, but when they get hot, oh my goodness, they will go directly into your stadium, they will take it over, and then they will beat the crap out of you. And that's what the Knicks are doing to teams right now. That's what the Knicks are doing right now. They have a great fan base that travels. That's important. And they're playing incredible basketball. They feel unstoppable. And even if you're not in reality unstoppable, if you feel that way, that can get you a long way. And that can get to give them the advantage maybe in some of the early games. Their confidence. It could also be a negative. It could be something that hinders them by going in and feeling too confident. But we'll have to see. And those are the New York Knicks. Very talented team. I'm a big fan of some of the guys they got there. And that is the Eastern Conference champion. And now on the other side, the West, coming out of the Wild West, the San Antonio Spurs. These guys save basketball. They haven't even won the championship. They honestly don't need to win the championship. They save basketball. They are an incredible team, really young team, led, of course, by their superstar, Victor Wembanyama. And they are here because they beat the Blazers in 6 games. Was it five games? 5 games. They beat the Timberwolves in 6 games. And they beat the Thunder in
7.
one of the best series I've ever seen. Especially games 1 and 7. Just game 1 especially, but game 7 was also a classic.
That shot is going to be iconic.
Yeah, that's a moment for sure.
That's one of the most hyped I've ever been.
That's a moment. He had a great series, to be honest. Yeah, so that's how the Spurs are here. 5, 6, and 7 game sets in the first, second, and third rounds. They're here in the finals representing the West, and they have a good team too. They got Victor Wembanyama, the 7'5", he's an alien. He's an alien. You can't even say he's a freak because he's just nothing like this planet has ever seen before. So he's the alien. He's 7'5". He's the best defender in the league.
Maybe all time.
Maybe all time.
Maybe all time.
He has potential to be the greatest of all time, period. Not just defender. But yeah, not only is his defense outstanding, he erases the paint just by standing there.
Just 65 defensively every time this dude plays.
Yeah, that's nuts. And not only that already makes him one of the better players in the league, but he's 7'5" and has handles like a guard. He can pull up from the logo. He can dunk on you from the free throw line, like minimal effort. He's a beast. I don't think there's a weakness to his game.
There isn't one.
Like, he's strong. He doesn't look strong, but he is strong.
I can't even tell you what his worst attribute is.
Like, if you think maybe it's inexperience, well, he's got plenty of experience now.
Yeah.
He's got the mentality. He is the epitome of that guy.
He is that guy.
He is the epitome of that guy. He's the guy.
If you look up that guy,
it's him. I'd say Kobe, but it's besides the point. What's the common theme there? Great players that have won rings, and could this be Wemby's first ring? We'll have to see, but there's a good chance that it could be. He's also surrounded by a great team. It's not just him. Great players around him. De'Aaron Fox, who's one of the best number 2 options in the league. They got Castle. They got Vassell. They have my guy Harrison Barnes, of course. Champagny, Keldon Johnson, Luke Cornett.
Did we even say Harper yet?
No, we did not say Harper. Who's the other one? Bryant.
Carter Bryant.
Both
the rookies are getting rotational minutes in the finals, which is crazy.
They got 3 big men who are on the bench in case Wemby tells them to attack somebody. They got, we'll take the scenic route so we have more time. They got Biyombo. The left is the scenic route. They got Biyombo. They have Kelly Olynyk. And they got Plumlee.
Got Lindy Waters.
Lindy Waters, former Warrior. But Harrison Barnes is going for ring number 2. He should have 2 already, but that's besides the point. That finals game 6 was rigged. Okay, and we did lose game 7. That did happen, but it was cool. Anyway, besides the point, we're not talking about the finals 10 years ago. We're talking about the finals that start today. So, Grant, what's your biggest takeaway from the Spurs?
Their offense. Obviously the defense too, but their offense. So something I've noticed in watching the Spurs closely is they're always hunting for mismatches for Wemby. They run pick and rolls they run inverted pick and rolls. So it's like a guard like Castle or Harper sets the screen, and Wemby gets open from the 3-point line, or he'll get inside and have someone smaller on him. And if you make one mistake defensively, then you're cooked. I'd say that's the biggest thing to watch in these finals, because what's going to be interesting is the Knicks match up the best against that. So seeing how they adjust and seeing if they make any mistakes, it's going to be like the most interesting thing in this finals.
I didn't even hear a mess up, so I don't know. I think for me, when you physically look at the floor, you're going to see a guy who's taller than everybody and who's more talented than everybody. And I know that my biggest takeaway is just the star player, but that's kind of how basketball works. But yeah, Wemby, he's like nothing we've ever seen before. He's an extremely talented player, and even if they don't win the finals, he's still proven a lot about like who he is, who he could be, and what his legacy could end up being. He doesn't have to win this time because he's going to have, I think, plenty of chances.
No matter what happens, the Spurs are my pick for next year's championship.
Oh, I can't get on that. I can get on, unless the Thunder get Giannis.
Yeah.
Which, if it was baseball, that would happen. But that's not. It was basketball. So, what do you think? We'll ask the same question. What do you think the biggest advantage is for the Spurs? And is it just as simple as saying Wembanyama?
You could. I would say the biggest advantage is the Knicks' rim protector, Mitchell Robinson, might not be enough to stop him.
Plus, he's also
Coming off an injury.
injured. Yes.
I'd say the fact that they don't have like a big guy like the way the Thunder do to put on him, I think that's going to be a problem. Because like, sure they can guard the perimeter, they could stop him from getting threes, but I think we'll see a lot of Wemby lobs, a lot of alley-oops this series, just from the fact they don't have a star player that can just put it in the paint.
Look at this. Do you see this?
The best shot in the Nick Watkins show history.
Dude, this is a thumbnail.
This is a thumbnail.
This is a thumbnail type deal. This is an incredible view, people. I mean, this is really something else. You know, check this out. We got to praise God for his creation. This is amazing. We just got to sit. This could be the whole video.
Yeah.
It's just like when YouTube TV gives you the option to skip the commercial, take a Zen break. This is what it is.
This and then a finals game after his peak.
This is what life is about, people. Also sports. Mostly sports, but this. This is... We got to do this more often.
We do.
Just normal episodes, like, out here like this.
IRL Nick Watkins.
IRL Nick Watkins. I've done a couple of those. I did one at Oracle Park. I did one at Levi Stadium. Just get outside, people. Just watch this first, and then go outside.
Watch this and then touch grass.
Yeah, or you could, do that at the same time if you have strong enough internet connection. But hey, the San Antonio Spurs are a great basketball team. Do you want to get into like how these teams match up now that we've covered them and described who they are, how they got here? What do you think is what's the biggest matchup? What's like the key matchup in this series?
Okay, so I don't know for sure it's gonna be a matchup, but it's what I would do if I was the Knicks. I would low-key put OG on Wemby and just have him, because OG he's pretty big, he's pretty strong. I think what he's gonna do is just push Wemby out the paint and just try and keep him outside.
Kind of like what Caruso was doing.
Yeah, I think that's their scheme.
So they're not gonna go.
I think
big man.
They're gonna have big men on the floor at all times, but I think they're gonna put a small on him, or not. I mean, for Wemby standards, that's a pretty small defender. I think the matchup's gonna be OG on Wemby, and I think that's what to watch.
That's gonna be interesting, because if that does happen, then who's Cat gonna guard?
He's gonna play the paint.
Just this zone
And
action.
they're gonna leave shooters.
So that could work.
If the Spurs win, it's gonna be
for a guy like Champagny or Vassell.
I think Castle's gonna get a lot of looks too.
Yeah, because he isn't the strongest
Probably gonna
shooter.
leave him open the most.
I think if you go back to the Western Conference Finals, when the Spurs were losing their games, it was a lot of it was because of the referees. When you take that out of the equation, like pure basketball, like they weren't hitting their threes. What was it, game 4? They were like really bad. They only I think they made single digits. Or no, they won game 4, right?
Yeah,
Game 3 they were really bad shooting the 3.
Game 5 they lost.
When they won the games, it's because they made their threes. You go to the last game, they won that game because they made their threes. Champagny caught fire for a stretch. Keldon Johnson was really good in the fourth quarter shooting the 3 ball. So that's a big key for the Spurs. Do you think that it's not the other way around? Because if the Knicks try to attack in the paint, there's a monster sitting there.
Screwed.
But I think if it turns into like a 3 battle, like who can hit the most threes, I'm taking the Knicks.
Everyone on the Knicks can shoot.
They got Mikal Bridges. They got Jalen Brunson, of course. Josh Hart can shoot a little 3.
Josh Hart can kind of shoot. Cat can really shoot.
Cat, for a big man, he's a really good shooter. He dropped 60 in like 3 quarters.
Yeah, you have to guard the Knicks on the outside for sure.
Yeah, they're a good team. Thankfully, they don't have to worry about being exposed in the paint because they got Wembanyama back there.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting matchup for sure. What do you think?
Is this where we pick our predictions?
Should we get like a little underrated matchup? What about like underrated player for both teams? My pick is
I got one for the
Bridges to shoot his threes. And
Then you get a spark plug from McBride off the bench. That'd be huge.
I think it's the shooter. I think it's
Or
Bridges.
Shamet. I can see Shamet getting hot.
And then I feel like I kind of want to say Fox. Because in game 6 when the Spurs won, Fox was not good. But they still won in spite of that. Game 7, he was good. So I think he's a great player. I want to see if he can show up in the finals. I think he's the impact player underrated player for San Antonio. And then for me, it's Mikal Bridges.
For me, all right,
It could be a Mikal Bridges game tonight.
My pick for underrated player.
Or game 3.
I could see Shamet getting hot one of these games and just winning the Knicks one, and just seeing him winning the Knicks a game.
I could also see that. He's done it before.
I could see him being left open and just hitting them.
And that's why you have to have a deep team to win the finals. The strength and numbers Warriors, yes, they had the death lineup, but they also had a bench lineup who could be the starters for any other team. So that's why the bench is important. Who do you think has a better bench, Grant?
Oh, definitely the Spurs.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Pretty easy answer.
I'd agree. So I think we covered everything. We got good discussion going on. So, prediction time.
Okay.
I'll go first because I'm less smart. I have the series going 6 games. And, man, I think this year is the Knicks' year. I know they've been suffering for a long time. They haven't won it since, the 70s?
The New York Knicks Watkins show.
The New York Nick Watkins show. I'm taking the Knicks. I'm taking them in 6 games. I want to say 7, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to go 6 games. That's what the vibes are saying. And once again, this is the finals. I would not be surprised at all if the Spurs won. In fact, I think this is a good series because no matter what, I'm happy for the winner.
Yeah.
You know? And also, either way, the New York is just going to get, torn apart.
No matter
what happens. Look out, NYPD. But yeah, I'm taking the Knicks. I really like Jalen Brunson. I think he has what it takes. And I also really like Wembanyama. But to be honest with you, when it gets down to it, you have to have the starters on the floor. The Knicks play their starters a lot. So did the Spurs in the Thunder series. But I like the Knicks starters more than the Spurs. I don't think Wemby's going to have a bad series. However, it's not just Wemby versus, I guess, Brunson. It's the whole team. And I like the Knicks as a team and as an organization. They're feeling really good about themselves, and I think they're going to get it done this year.
I think that this series goes to 7.
Here we go.
And I'm picking the San Antonio Spurs. I think this is a monumental year in basketball. I think this is the true passing of the torch year, where we get the new face of the league. And I think Wemby goes all the way. And I think he gets it done in a historic 7 games iconic finals this year.
Wait.
I think this year has the sauce. This finals is gonna go to 7. And I think the Spurs win it all.
In our postseason prediction, I picked the Spurs. So I have to change my answer. I have to stand by my pick, right?
You do.
Yeah, okay. I never switch up. In the Super Bowl, I thought that the Seahawks were going to win, but I picked the Patriots, so I had to stay with the Patriots. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think the Knicks are going to win, but I'm picking the Spurs because I'm a man of my word. I don't switch up, I feel like I have it at some point, but I'm not going to switch up on my pick. I forgot about that. I think the Knicks are going to win, but I'm going to pick the Spurs in 6 games. Grant's got them in 7. Either way, I think we're in for some great basketball, some great storylines. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great 2 weeks. We asked for all those days off.